Hello everybody, this is Johnny S with another vlog. We're going to talk about the bike. It's going to be one of the first videos that I'm actually going to talk about the bike. We're not going to focus so much on the bike and more or less on the purchase process which followed and how I got the bike without giving specific details. I've done this video in Greek also, but because I know that a lot of people are not speaking Greek, I'm going to do it in English as well. I had an idea of possibly doing videos which at halfway I do change and speak to Greek, but I think that's a little bit more confusing. So you might see dual videos in my channel, which is like Greek English, and I'll do them on the spot. You know what I mean? Like I'll do the Greek version, the English version, whatever, and then I'll do the Greek version straight after. Just to keep it short and simple, and I will try to, in general, keep the topics a little bit shorter, a little bit more focused on what I want to say. Instead of mentioning different things and then making separate video for those things and re-mentioning the same, I think I'm going to try to choose this, but a little bit more focused on the topic, and it does not matter if it's not as big, in order for me to actually separate the topics also, because I saw that the titles were getting weird sometimes. I was saying this and this and this and this. I'll try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? So this is purchasing process of the GSX-R 1000, or the Jigsaw, how some people call it, K5, 2005 model. We got it from a guy that is older than me. I'm 45 years old, without stating any specifics. A very professional, serious person, both on how he spoke, without trying to hide things, without trying to manipulate things, without trying to play games. Okay, he said, this is the thing, this is the price, non-negotiable. Not going to disclose the price, but all I'll say is that it was fucking amazing for what I got. The bike is in excellent condition. Without locking that down, I will obviously keep an eye on it, because it is a K5 and there are a lot of people that do things. He was not the first buyer, he was the second buyer. He bought it from a person that had it on an island, hence why the kilometers are relatively low. And he also had put it on the site for quite so many years, hence also why the kilometers are quite low. It's got around 45,000 kilometers, which have not been turned. You can find that out by what we call in Greece Tractech, which is basically the emission regulation when you pass the bike. And you can backtrack the license plate and see whether there has been any change. So the kilometers are actual kilometers. The condition is perfect. It's got all the factory things onto it, including the mirrors, including the license plate, which I took out. And I placed a more custom plate, let's say, an excellent brand, a Greek brand, Gref, it's called in Greece, whoever is in Greece, you should really look into it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a lot of videos on the road, because I do think that I have to have my focus and my attention on the bike and nothing else, not speaking. Will I throw a camera on and not speak and just enjoy and just record the ride? Perhaps, but at least vlogging whilst I'm driving, at the moment I think it's too soon. There's no point for me to go into that process. Meaning that you might see a couple of videos on the garage, on the parking, on stationary areas, or I might go to a location and just stop and relax and speak. I do apologize for that, but for the time being, I'm going to keep things a little bit more calm and mellow. Not going to go overboard. As I was said, I'm going to show, this is the normal factory license plate, which had the original screws which were never taken out, meaning that it's hinting that it was never changed. Okay, so we got this. I bought, the whole process took literally 1 day to do both the transfer. I went to the publicity thing and I did the transfer of my name. Everything took just 1 day. Everything, the guy was serious. He was like straightforward guy, spoke the truth. Signed the papers, did everything electronically, and he called me the same day at night and he goes, are you home? Yeah, okay. I looked in my storage and I tried to pick up all the things that I had left from the GSX-R, and I'm going to bring them to you. Fair enough. He came and he gave me the seat, which is literally brand new. Okay, it's as if it's never been worn. It's got the hard cowl seat at the back. So he brought me that. He brought me the original titanium exhaust, which it's brand new. Okay, it has not been fucking worn. Simple as that. From the factory. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know. As per factory, it comes with a Yoshimura exhaust, and obviously I'm not going to put the original. But he had it, so he gave it to me. And he also brought me the tank bag. Tank bag, which is basically a cover for the tank. You can actually hook things like bags and stuff. It's also brand new. Excellent quality. Even the leather feels like new. So So he brought me whatever extra thing he had. As I said, very serious transaction, very quick, very straight to the point, very direct on what he was saying. We sat down and we talked and we had a nice little chat about the bike, things which he was not obligated to do, yet he did went into the process. We spoke about what he's done, that he's taken into the truck, how he drives. He has done a couple of things because it's there's no way in hell that you're not going to do a couple of things with such a bike. But he was explaining to me how he did them, that he is cautious, that is an excellent mechanical thing. And again, like I said, this will be verified in the coming period of driving the bike. He talked to me about the tires, what tires he has tried on the bike, what tires he recommends, and what he has found that behaves better on the specific bike. That obviously is as per driver also. But he actually went into the process of telling me a couple of things which, he was by no means obligated to do so. He warned me about some specific behaviors, knowing that I come from a 600 Super Sport, some things that he also found when he did this this change in his life interesting. He warned me about the brakes, the much bigger calipers, not bigger, more piston caliper with a higher sort of high pressure cable with front brakes and so forth. He told me why some things have been changed. He told me what he had changed on the bike, and he told me what was from factory. So we had a nice little chat, and this is where we are. Just wanted to give an update to everybody. I'm not going to talk too much specific about the bike itself, rather than the buying process. And we bought it, it's excellent. And again, like I said, I'm not going to, be 100% sure, but the guy seemed as if he was serious, not looking to take advantage. And the bike also seems as if it's an excellent quality. Especially when it comes down to the kilometers, especially when it comes down to the mechanical things. And this is the important thing that you want to ensure when you're buying a used bike. You want to make sure that the chassis of the bike has no problems, has no cracks, has no issues. It has not been in a serious accident. Stationary faults, we all have them. From 2005, I have got stationary faults. Scratches on the frames is nothing. What you're looking for is mechanical operation, things. You want the bike to work good. And this bike seems to be working excellent, to the point that my mechanics told me, if you ain't gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it. You're just kidding around. So obviously it seems as if it's a serious bike, and I am really, really happy with the way that things went. It was a little bit of a tiresome procedure, to tell you the truth. Perhaps because of the period, it's around summertime and really hot summertime. It's not like, spring or autumn where people, take their bikes out. Meaning a lot of people are not keen to driving in such a hot weather, so there's not a lot of movement, let's say. Plus, some people are into holidays and things. But also because a lot of people are not serious when they're selling the bike. There's a lot of people which are trying to take advantage of others, and they're not straightforward. I really dislike that. So we did go through a tough process, let's say, but nevertheless, I think we're at a good place at the moment where we found what we wanted, and for the status that it is and for what it is, I think it's a very rare phenomenon. So I do consider myself to be lucky. Pretty good, everything goes good. I'm trying to take care onto the bike, but not to the point of being scared as shit without doing things. Okay, the point is not to scare yourself. The point is not to surpass your limitations on your comfort zone. Simultaneously, it's not to go as if you're driving a scooter. You need to be enough confident with not stupidity on the road. So there's a fine balance there that I'm trying to find. This is what I'm trying to follow. I don't think I'm going to be doing any vlogs as I'm driving, unfortunately, like I said, but I'll do some videos, and at least when I've got both of the bikes, I have an idea that it would have been good to put them side by side. We'll see how it goes. That's about it, guys. I want to keep the video short, just an update where we are, and there's going to be a lot of content to follow, obviously. A lot of things to talk about. Already it's been a couple of days, and I've seen things which are like crazy, crazy differences, interesting things that people might want to know, and because I've seen that there's not many comparison videos on the internet when it comes to somebody taking that step from a 600 to 1000. I think that's an area where it's a little bit scarce. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for your time, and I'll bid you goodbye. Good.